Welcome to Plant Feed. We're back, episode 2. It's been a few days since the first episode. I wanted to do it sooner. The second episode, I wanted to do that sooner, but, work, life comes in the way, of course, from our great plant podcast. Despite that, we're back. We've got 2 new fruits to judge. We've got a plant of the day once again, and I hope we can get to Think Tank, which is going to be kind of the off-topic section, which I'm really excited about. Let's just get into the main event. What is going to be the main event for a string of podcasts until we're finished? It's the fruit tier list. I've got 2 fruits today. If we can, let me just start recording here. If we can, I guess it's recording. Switch to the fruit tier list here. Oh, wait, here we go. Okay. No, I want to record. I'm just going to record entire screen. Okay, there we go. Here we are in the fruit tier list. Again, we've got 2 fruits we're going to judge today. Going to be the lime and the watermelon. Now, last episode, we put apple in S tier and blueberry in C tier. I'm still confident in those selections. I'm pretty good with that. We've got some weird ones today, though. Well, only one weird one, and that's the lime. I'm going to bring it out right now. I think the lime is a very iconic fruit. Let me get a cleansing palate water drink here. It's a really iconic fruit. It's used in a lot of different ways, but I wouldn't say people eat limes, and that's the issue here is we're going to try to eat a lime. You don't eat a lime. You squeeze it into a drink. You put it on the rim of your glass. You use it for any other number of things, but you don't eat it. You don't just go straight into a lime. I don't think. I've never done that. And this is kind of how we rank them. We don't rank them on other things. We rank them on how they taste, mostly. So let's pick one up here. I've got it. You see the lime? Really cool looking fruit, I'll say that. I love the outside, the nice green color with that light green interior. It's a really nice fruit. It looks really nice. But will it taste nice? I'll tell you, it smells nice. Oh, best smelling fruit we've had so far. And I don't think the watermelon's going to beat that. So take a smell. Let's go right in. Whew. I mean, I don't know what I expected, but it's really sour. Believe it or not. Eesh, whew. It really just tastes like sour. Like, those Warhead candies? Kind of like that. It's because I don't know how you eat a lime, but we'll go in for a second opinion. Ha! Woo! It's not a bad taste. I'm going crazy right now, but it's not a bad taste. It's just very sour. I'm gonna go in for one more. Just kind of really get the taste. Don't focus on the sour. Focus on the taste. Okay. Yeah, I think I got it. That's really sour. Which, what did I expect, right? It's a lime. We're rating these fruits off of how they taste. And I want to put it in C tier, but I feel like that's really disrespectful to the blueberry. Because the blueberry, I didn't tear up while eating. So I'm going to throw it in D tier. I mean, as a useful fruit, it's not D tier. It's B tier. It's maybe even A tier, but As a fruit you eat, you can't put it any higher than D tier. I mean, it's really tough, and I'm disappointed. This is how the lime went out, but it's how the lime went out. Okay, we have another fruit to get to. Let me take my drink of water here. Ugh, that's gross. I actually didn't hate it. It's very sour. It's kind of a fun kind of experience. Anyway, we got some watermelon here. Brought the fork with it. Watermelon's a fruit that I love. I could eat a whole watermelon in one sitting if it's really good. You get some bad watermelons that are soft. Excuse me, the sour's coming back up. Soft. You know, they're not very flavorful, you know, kind of living up to more of the water than the melon. But when you get a good watermelon, it is really easy to just dig in. So let's do that without further ado. This watermelon's pretty good. You know, it's not perfect, but it's not bad either. I should say it's not bad either. And this is kind of the unfair part of this tier list is I'm ranking them off of this specific watermelon, not like how I think of watermelons. But it's going to help out the watermelon here because this is a really good watermelon, I think. Not great watermelon, but a very good one. Okay. It's definitely better than the blueberry. It's not as good as the apple. Is it A or B is the question. And I'm throwing an A. I'm going to throw it in A tier. I think that's a good spot for it. It's a fruit you can just sit down, enjoy. It's got the crispiness. It's got the taste. It really just has it all. It's a beautiful pinkish red color. If you're a color person, it's got a lot. So I'm going to put it in A tier. And those are going to be our two fruits for today. The lime goes in D. And the watermelon goes in A. We've still got a lot of fruits to get through, but yeah, we're quickly going to start to get into some interesting fruits because there's not too many left on this list that are like quote-unquote normal fruits, right? Okay, I'm going to stop the recording there, and yeah. So thoughts on that? I don't know. You can tell me. I don't think that look, blueberry and C tier, kind of a controversial opinion. I think people are gonna get mad about that, but I think a lime and D tier makes sense based off of how we're ranking it, and a watermelon in A tier. Watermelon, I mean, it's July 4th today. You know, you say what you want about that holiday, but people love eating watermelon and hanging out with their friends on days like this. So, yeah, pretty popular fruit. Let's get into the think tank. I have a topic here I want to discuss. In future episodes, I might do a little transition. I want this to kind of be the laid back segment, you know, kind of casual, because we're not going to be talking about plants. We're going to be talking about anything we want. That said, I didn't get that prepared for today, so I want to talk about the band Quarters for Change. You guys ever heard of Quarters for Change? They're a new band out of New York, sort of, you know, new wave, post-punk revival, sort of that deal. Sort of like, they remind me of Inhaler from last year, but they're not that popular of a band. Kind of like The Strokes, kind of like Arctic Monkeys, but definitely more new wavy than both of those bands. And they're really good. They just released a single on Friday. Dead. It's great. The ending is so good to that song. Other songs, Jaded, banger. T-Love, banger. Chloe, really good. Those are the 4 singles they've released for this record. They're dropping in late July. And I thought the record was their debut because on Apple Music and on Spotify, they don't have other albums. I looked online. It said they didn't have any other albums. But then I looked on Rate Your Music, which is kind of like a music discussion board or whatever, and it said they had 2 other albums. I was like, what the heck? Because they're not on streaming. Then I went to SoundCloud and I found 4 of the songs on their debut album, their self-titled record, Quarters of Change, but I couldn't find the other ones. And then I went on this one website that gave me a link to the song, which maybe I shouldn't have trusted, but it brought me to the Spotify page of one of the songs, but only one of the songs. And again, on Spotify, the songs aren't there. So that was a dramatic pause. This is a very me problem. This is a rant that maybe only I will take interest in, but I'm indulging in it right now. And I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I've looked everywhere, and I'm a big guy. I'm really interested in like preservation and like lost media and all. I think it's really fascinating, and this kind of goes right along with that. You know, a record that this band obviously doesn't want people to see. You know, they don't want to be associated with it, either because they don't like it or just they want a fresh change. They've kind of gone popular on TikTok a little bit, so maybe they just kind of want to be the new Quarters of Change. I don't know. This one says it's downloadable. We're gonna find it. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, Oliver Tree. This is Oliver Tree. You know, he's very hit or miss. Very hit or miss. But before he was Oliver Tree, he's very popular, so you might know him. He was, I think, just Tree, and he released this one record called Splitting Branches, which I think is hit or miss, but has some really good tracks on it. But he wiped those from the face of the earth when he turned to Oliver Tree and had his crazy, charismatic, you know, wild persona that he kind of changed into. And those would have been lost forever, those songs, those records, if not for this one account on SoundCloud called the Ashwood Project that was able to archive all of them on SoundCloud. You can listen to them today. And if not, you would never know Oliver Tree's old music. But now, you know, you do. And I don't know. There's something nice about that, and I just kind of wish I could find this Quarters of Change record is really my my point here. Like if you go on SoundCloud, Spotify, it's grayed out. Ooh, one of the songs is called Cookie Puss. Great. So you can't play them. And again, I found 4 of the songs on SoundCloud, but not 8 of them. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then there's another EP they have that's not online either. And I'm just like, you know, this band is up and coming. I want to hear their old stuff, and I can't. It's aggravating. It's very aggravating. But that's my off-topic point for today. That's going to be what the think tank is. It's just going to be me ranting about whatever. It doesn't have to relate to plants. Something that does relate to plants, though, is our plant of the day. I promise, not this episode, but the next episode, there will be a better graphic for this. But for now, maybe this episode. We'll see how much time I have. For now, plant of the day. I'm going with the lily pad, the water lily. I don't know exactly what the scientific name for this is, but I went to I forget what it was called. This botanical garden in Pittsburgh on last Monday. And it had a Monet exhibit, which was cool. Obviously, water lilies was one of the exhibits. And they had, obviously, actual water lilies in water with their flowers everywhere. It was really cool. And it reminded me just how beautiful the water lily is. I mean, if you just get, the lily pads with those big lily pads, or you get kind of the small, quaint ones with the flowers on top. The flowers are just beautiful. I mean, we talked about dahlias last week, just like strong, powerful, confident flowers. The flowers on the lily pads are exactly the same. I mean, they are just terrific. They come in all different colors: pink, red, white, purple. And again, the lily pads are small but beautiful. And obviously, I'm not alone in this take because, you get the paintings by Monet, but you get paintings from everyone. So many artists have gone about painting lily pads and water lilies because they're just so beautiful. And that's why they are the flower of the day, or plant of the day. Not flower of the day. It's all plants. But we have happened to go to 2 flowers in a row. Oh my God, look at it. There's a big lily pad here. That is crazy. Yeah, I mean, that is today's plant of the day, the water lily, the lily pad, whatever you want to call it. That is what we're going for today. And that's going to do it for episode 2. Another one that I know isn't, too long, too meaty, I promise. I'll find some more things to talk about. It'll look a little better as we go on. I just want to get a few episodes going. I want to keep this consistent, and as we go, it'll be a little better. So bear with me. I appreciate that. And with that said, thank you for listening. I'll be back, hopefully soon, to eat some more fruits and talk about some more plants. Until then, I love you all. We love you all. Stream Quarters of Change. They're good.